Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I am back again for your Gemini mid-January reading, monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini. And I'm a little bit late on recording this because I, for some reason, missed you little lovey-dovey Geminis. I don't know why. Sometimes that happens. I missed Taurus once. So I'm going back, and the sun has now gone down because I posted all these earlier and I recorded them all earlier. But this one's for you, Gemini. Coming at you with lots of love from Oracle, the Oracle herself. So anyways, the update is I am settling in very well in my lovely apartment here, and I'm a little bit dolled up because it's my birthday on the 25th, and so I went out and did a little shopping. But overall, I've been enjoying all of your lovely comments and emails, and I read everything, so I really appreciate it. Just, a lot of people have been emailing me just today, actually, too, wondering about if I do half-hour sessions, and right now I'm not, mainly because one question leads to another question, always leads to another question, and it's really just worth it to do the full hour. I think you'll get more out of it. Because you're going to want to ask me more. That's just how it always is. And I tend to go over actually in time because I get really in depth with my clients. I do a lot of different things. I do healing, I do cord cutting, I do, the tarot, but I also, talk to people about diet, exercise, health, all kinds of stuff. And it just, we kind of just branch out, and it's just kind of one of those things where it's really worth your time to and money to do the full hour. I don't remember a time where I went under an hour, actually. It's always over an hour. So my suggestion is, here's the thing. People, if you're struggling with finances, any Geminis that are struggling with finances and you want to do a personal reading, my suggestion is don't spend your last dollar on any reading, because it's not going to help you. Even if somebody told you your finances were going to improve, it's not going to help you by spending that money. That's just kind of how I view it in general. It's just going to get you into more debt or just to stress you out more. So it's kind of counterintuitive actually to do that. So I would wait until finances have improved to do the reading. That's just my humble opinion. So anyways, I am going to be doing my February videos right around the 1st, so stay tuned for those. And let's see what you guys have. I have shuffled. Okay, so you got two very interesting cards in the center. And right now I feel like, Gemini, your aura is very yellow. That's what I'm seeing. It's very yellow. It's kind of like a mild yellow. It's not like a bright yellow, it's more mild. And the first card you got is the wish card. See this? The fall fairy is wishing on these dandelion puffs, and this is where when you have to be careful what you wish for, because when you wish something, it comes true, it comes back. So you want to always be mindful of that. Let me see what it is you're wishing for. Oh, it's not really that helpful. I think Sorry, I had something in my eye. I think what you want, Gemini, is you want other people to help you make decisions. Because you got the free will card, and the free will card is all about really doing things yourself, getting in there and being like, okay, obviously you can't do this. I'm just going to get there in there and do it myself and make it happen. You need to make it happen. Maybe you're wishing that you could make it happen. Maybe that's the wish, that you could make something happen or make things materialize in a better way for you in life in general. You also got the taking action card. So maybe you want to take some action. Maybe the issue is you want to make something happen and be more involved in, the world of music, maybe the music industry, or, you want to be more active in dancing or singing, or just like you want to be more active. That's what your wish is. You want to be more active, and it has something to do with music. You want to go out more and have more fun. I feel like maybe right now you're not really doing that. But also this element of free will, to wish for free will is more like you wish that you could take the bull by the horns, maybe like a Taurus would, and just go and get it done. Geminis, it's not as easy for you to do that. However, when you get the wish card, it means that you can go do it. So you need to just have the faith and trust that you will be successful and that it will happen. Okay. Interestingly, what's crossing you is the waiting card. Okay. So, you're waiting on someone, or someone else is waiting on you. My feeling is you're waiting. You're waiting for your dreams to come true. You're waiting for your wish to come true. You're waiting for that time to go do something, to take action. Only you, Gemini, would wait to go do something. Only you. It's sort of like going back to go forwards, Although the Capricorns do this as well. They analyze and analyze and analyze, and then when the time is right, they go. So, I feel like maybe some of you have the Capricorn. There's some Capricorn in you. And Libras too. Libras go back and forth, although they don't go back to go forwards, whereas Gemini might move backwards to go forwards. The foundation for you is that you need to get more rest. You need to get more sleep. You need to have peace of mind. Maybe you did get peace of mind in the distant past. Maybe you were sleeping, but my feeling is usually when I see this, it means you need to. I think some of you were recovering from an illness. Some of you were recovering from being sick. This is retreat. It's so funny that I'm talking about retreating, going back. Okay, so you've retreated. That's what's happened. Literally, that's what has happened. I didn't even read the card, and I just got that. So, you've retreated. That's what's happened. In the recent past, you're healing. You got the card of healing, which is the star card. You're healing from some negative shit in the past, Whatever caused you to really need to retreat, that's what you're healing from. That's the star. And the star card is, the stars are watching over you. Okay, God is watching over you. Everything is starting, I feel like it's starting to get better for you from this point anyways. Okay, so you're recovering you're healing here. So I feel like there's a strong health element to you, what's going on with you, Gemini. If you haven't seen a naturopath, it would be good for you to do so. Acupuncture as well is good. For Gemini, what else? Counseling is always good for Gemini. I'm getting bioresonance too. Something that I just came up, whereas for me, I've been reading about it, and it seems really interesting and really cool. So if you can find somebody who does bioresonance or light therapy, that would also be good. Just like alternative therapies. Alternative medicine is really good for you, Gemini. what's crowning you right now is this Empress energy. The Empress is someone who is very artistic, very, 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 very creative. They've made something magical. This is the summer fairy. This is the fairy that is, you know, loves to be outside, loves the butterflies, loves flowers, loves, you know, fruits, loves vegetables, loves the smell of the grass, you know. It's so funny. I think of the Gemini as the butterfly, flitting and floating, and really not settling down, like not putting down like permanent roots. Gemini is like never really permanently grounded. It's always sort of lofty up there somewhere, lost up there somewhere sometimes. Sorry guys, but sometimes that's how it is for you. But you love you, I love you anyways. Okay, I'm just saying. This is just how you are. The universe needs you just as much as they need someone who's like ultra grounded like Taurus. Because someone who's ultra grounded needs to lighten up, you know? Needs to go dance, needs to go sing. So you're the one to get them there. So cherish that in yourself. It's very important you do so. But yeah, that's the kind of person that this is describing. But this is also the power to achieve your heart's desire. Whatever it is that you have a burning desire to do, to you know, go out and conquer. And this is very supportive energy. This is like, when you think of summertime, you think of like things being easy. You know, that song, Summertime When the Living is Easy. That's the song. And it's off key, I know, but whatever. My voice is not tuned up, and I've been talking in my videos like all day. So, you know, gotta cut me some slack there. But yeah, it's summertime and the living is easy. The fish are jumping and the cotton is high, or cotton is tall. That song. That's you right now. In this sense, the living is easy right now. If you're having struggle, you need to be creative about your approach to life. You need to be more creative in general. You need to get some markers, some crayons, whatever. Be like a kid and start to just paint the walls. You know, if you have to literally paint your walls, paint your walls. Do something different, you know, redecorate. Now, the little issue here is you got the liar, cheater, thief card, which, as you all know, is my least favorite card. And to be honest with you, I've considered taking it out of this deck many, many times because it's negative. The problem is that you're dealing with a guy who's lying to your face. You're dealing with someone who is not good. It's not good, okay? They're a bad dude, you know? There's good in everybody, and women see the potential in these guys like this sometimes. He's wearing a mask. It's hard to get to know him, who he really is. He's wearing this mask. And it's sort of like that song by Rihanna, Take a Bow, you know? I'm going to play it here for you a little bit. I'm going to be like a little DJ. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in my video, but, you know, it's this song here. I'm getting through the commercials. I just love how she's. I just love how she's like, you look so dumb right now, standing outside of my house. You know, you can just say that to this dude. He's just dumb. You know, you just. The thing is when you see through somebody's mask, they look dumb because you're not blinded by it anymore. Like when you're in love, you're blinded by it a little bit and you can't see it. But once you see through it, then it's just like, it makes it easy to be like, okay, take a bow for that performance. That was a great performance, you know? I feel like there's a person in your life that you need to be like, take a page out of Rihanna's book and be like, take a bow, dude. That was a great performance, but this is not who you really are. I know who you really are, and, you know, be on your way. Now, if, for whatever reason, you're not dealing with a liar, cheater, or thief, okay? You're just dealing with you could be dealing with someone who's turned their back on you, someone who's turned away from you, someone who doesn't, or turn their back on responsibility. This could be the father. I feel like for some of you, this is like the father of your children. They've turned away from you, and you're left being like a single parent, and with all the responsibility that comes with it, and it's too much. And it's sort of just like every day you're carrying this heavy burden of parenting alone. And it sucks. And you're like, you're telling me. And, you know, it's just, I don't like this card for this reason because it's so difficult. It's like a pill. This person's a very difficult pill to swallow. And, you know, it could be also friendship. Someone who's quote unquote a friend of yours who has like basically turned away from you because sometimes this happens when somebody likes you. Sometimes guys run for the hills when they get scared, and so he doesn't want you to see that he's scared. He doesn't want you to really know what's happening with him. He doesn't want you to know who he really is. He doesn't want to show his feelings. That's the issue. And sometimes this is where, you know, you get into a friendship with somebody and they don't want to talk to you. You know, they've turned away from you and they've ignored you. It's just horrible. Whatever situation you fall into, whether you fall into the situation where it's a friend who's ignoring you, or someone who's not calling you back, they're just treating you like garbage, whether it's a guy who's afraid to like admit that he has feelings, or he doesn't want to talk to you because, you know, he doesn't want you to know that he has feelings for you, or he doesn't know what to do about it, or whether it's because someone is lying to you and or cheating on you, and or somebody who's just like I said, just dropped the ball as far as the responsibility and left. Either way, it blows. It blows hairy monkey balls. It does. And I'm sorry. And, you know, the thing is you've got all this positive energy. You've got the Empress. You've got the Star card. You've got the Healing card. Don't let this shithead get you down. This is bullshit, you know? Bullshit. I always tell clients, have him call me. I'll give him a piece of my mind. Don't you worry. I'll let him know what I think. The funny thing is in your emotional state is actually okay. You got the Magician, which is kind of wild for your emotional state. Maybe it's just you feel like you can do it. You can do it all, and maybe you're able to do things in a very magical way. I mean, you're kind of taking it one step at a time. Maybe there's a person in your life that you like. Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn ascendant guy. I feel like I usually see this as a guy. This can be a girl, but I see this as a guy who's able to get a lot done in a short period of time. They're good with their hands. They're the dentist. They're the master mechanic. They're the mover, the shaker, the candlestick maker. They are that person. Okay. You may be someone who does construction work. Emotionally, I feel like emotionally you like this person. It's funny that I was talking about Capricorn earlier. Because this is where your emotions are at. So you're thinking about this dude. To me, or girl, this is a Capricorn. This is Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person. Someone with strong Capricorn. You're thinking about this person. And like I usually say, all roads lead to this person. So emotionally, I feel like no matter what you do, no matter who you date, you have a thing for this guy or girl. You have a thing. There's something there. There's this connection. There's something really strong. And it's special. And I feel like the planets kind of just match up for you guys. I feel like you kind of have a long-term future with this person. If you have this person in your life, do not let them slip through your fingers. Do not let them go back on the market, okay? Tell them how you feel at some point. Don't let it go for too long where they don't know how you feel, okay? Don't let them start to date other people. No, Gemini. You want to cling on to this one, okay? It is funny. I think I talked to, maybe it was Virgo, about a friend of mine who she has this idea that she chases guys. She's funny. And guys usually chase, right? But she has this idea that if she finds someone she likes, she'll chase them. That's what she told me. She'll chase them. I find it hilarious. You chase him, Gemini. You chase. Okay, you follow with some binoculars, figure out what he is doing. He is yours, okay? And the thing is, I think of this as, I feel like there's 2 Mr. Right cards, okay, in my deck. This is one of them. I feel like you like the right guy. The problem is you're dealing with an asshole at the same time. And what's coming in from the outside is, Gemini, you're not allowing anything in. You are a little bit, you've embodied the Queen of Swords. Okay? And the Queen of Swords is someone who is the Ice Queen, is the Fairy Queen. You've kind of frozen over. And the funny thing is, I think of her as a Capricorn or Aquarius woman. But because it's sort of blocking anything coming in, I feel like this is you in a way. And because it's like you and Aquarius do have a lot in common in your air, I feel like this is you. I feel like you've become a little bit like an Ice Queen, and your heart has frozen over, and you're not letting anybody in. And even if this guy, this master magician, mechanic, carpenter, tried to get into your heart, it would be very hard. It'd be very hard for him, literally hard for him to get in, because you're blocking it. You're not open to it. You don't want it. Well, why you don't want it is because you've been dealing with shithead over here, and how can you love somebody when you're dealing with a shithead? You can't. You have to be able to somehow find a way to get shithead out of your head, which probably suggests doing some kind of cord cutting. Contact me and we can set something up. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I wasn't before doing a lot of cord cutting before because I wasn't able to see the cords, but now my psychic ability has shifted and changed, so I'm able to, so it's pretty awesome. So I can offer that for my clients. I don't do like specific necessarily cord cutting sessions. I feel like it's important to look at the whole picture and figure out what's going on. But maybe in the future I will, so we'll see. You also got the Ascension card, which means you are, you're ascending, basically. Your vibration is changing. You're learning, you're becoming awakened, your karma is completing, and you're getting to a point where you're getting to a point of abundance. You're getting to a point of feeling at peace. This card is about also going home, finding a home, finding people who love you. This is not just settling anymore for the status quo. This is moving past all the crap and saying, I'm going to go out and get what I want out of life because life is too short not to, you know, and do it, you know, and go and do it. And so this is traveling. This is a lot of travel. Maybe you're thinking about moving. Maybe you have moved. This is having a sense of completion. This is coming to a point of completion. So maybe this is something, your attitude is, you know, you just want to feel at peace. Maybe you just want to feel like you're in harmony with things. And maybe you haven't had that because you've been going through all these tests, having a lot of karma to deal with. Having to deal with shithead, you know, you're dealing with shithead, and, you know, it's not fun. And it's not fun when the universe drops a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. Gemini is not, because Geminis are not grounded, it's very difficult for them to, they're very good multitaskers, and they're good with kids. The problem is that they lack the strength of what I would say character to kind of stand up for themselves sometimes and set proper boundaries so people take advantage of them and people trample them and hurt them. And it's just so hard to watch. It's so sad to see. But this makes me happy because to me this is the best card in the deck. You've got the best card and you've got the worst card all in the same reading, which is kind of wild. To me, the liar, cheater, thief is as bad as it gets because there is nothing worse than being lied to, in my mind. No. There's nothing worse than being cheated on. No. It's degrading, it's humiliating, it makes you feel like absolute total shit. You know? And to me, this is a character who's capable of all three, you know? There's also another possibility in which, you know, we haven't really talked about for that card, which is hiding from the world. I think maybe I did mention it, but I'll just repeat it again. Some of you may be hiding from the world, trying to escape in some way. Escape reality, escape responsibility, escape having to deal with shit. Like maybe you're just like, I'm over it all. I'm over every fucking thing in my life. I'm over it. But you can't disengage. And you can't, like, hide yourself from the world. Because the world, I mean, it's, a friend of mine once said, and she's a Gemini, that sometimes you just kind of want to pull the covers up over your head, you know, and pray that it all goes away. But you can't do that. You've got to, you know, take the covers off and be like, okay, I can get through this. I'm going to get through this one stupid fucking piece of crap thing at a time. And do it. I always say go do it to my Gemini clients. I'm always encouraging. I'm the cheerleader for you guys. Geminis, cheerleading. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if any of you play soccer, when a friend of mine, he was on this like 40 and over like soccer team in Seattle. And I was screaming. I went to his soccer game. And you don't want me to go to a soccer game because I got really into it, you know. And I was running on the sidelines. Go. You got him. Just like really close to them. Like I was running up and down the field like the entire time. It was really probably quite amusing for a lot of people. And if my kids ever do soccer, which I don't know if I want them to, but who knows? If my kids ever do soccer, they're kind of probably going to be embarrassed by me screaming my head off. Go. Get him. You can do it. So anyways, you can go get him, Gemini. Go get him. Go out there. Do it. And the final card is the juggler. The final card is having a lot on your plate, like we talked about. Juggling two things. Could be two guys, two girls. Could be two jobs. Trying to make a decision. This is you, Gemini, trying to figure out what you want to do. Make a decision. Be careful watch your step. Be careful where you step. Be careful where you go. Do think it through before you make any rash decisions. Not that you would, but I'm saying think things through. Watch where you're going. That's number one. Don't have your head in the clouds when you're trying to do multiple tasks. It's not good. You need to be very careful about where you're going, how you're driving, all of that for the last 2 weeks in January. And you need to work on prioritizing like the most important thing or the most important things on your list and doing those and just to hell with the rest. Because in the end, a lot of times people that have this situation kind of end up like this. You're going to end up burnt out. You're going to end up tired. You're going to end up not sleeping. You're going to end up I feel like Geminis and Scorpios are very similar. They don't set boundaries for themselves. Physically, okay, emotionally, mentally, they don't have these boundaries. They get crushed so easily because they don't have the boundaries. You need to learn to say no, Gemini. Say no. You're not a superhuman person. I mean, yes, you are Superman or Superwoman, but not all the time. You can't be that way all the time. You have to just admit to yourself that you're not Superman or you're not Superwoman and say, okay, I am going to get as much as I can get done today. Anything else is going to be unhealthy for me or my kids. And so pushing the limits is not the way to go, okay? Organizing yourself so that you don't have a zillion things you got to do all in one day and saying no to some things. So if you don't go to the birthday party, no one's going to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to miss one social obligation. Just say. Back to prioritizing. Yes, prioritizing what's most important. And doing those things. And eventually, slowly but surely, you'll get to a point of balance. The problem is right now you're imbalanced because, or you are balancing, you're juggling, so there is balance. I feel like it's imbalanced because you're in a cycle. Because at the bottom, you're exhausted and burnt out and cranky and crabby and bitchy and moany. And at your best, at the top, you've got the juggler. So, suggestion would be just go easy on yourself. Cut yourself some slack. You don't have to be Superman or Superwoman, and in the end, things will work out. On that note, I will wish you adieu, and I will see you again in February. I wish you all the very best. Go Geminis, go Geminis. A little extra cheerleading for you. A little magic from my pink scarf, which I got, and I like it. Like I normally tell people, I don't like scarves. But this one is super soft, so I had to get it. So, anyways, send big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.